Hi, my name's Pharaoh, and today I'm in the cold, unforgiving vastness of space because I'm in Explorer mode, and I'm going to show you how to find phantom systems. A phantom system is a system that doesn't exist on the galaxy map, and therefore can't be travelled to in the normal way. To start my journey to a phantom system, I'll need to go down to the planet behind me, which is a normal system near the core of Euclid, so I'll see you down there. Hello again. As you can see, this planet has some pretty cool diplos. But we're not here for them, we're here for the address. This planet is the first planet in the system, so the first glyph is Hawk. And the system address is Hawk Rocket Galaxy. The coordinates of the region are sunset, sunset, triform, triform, tent, triform, triform, galaxy. Those of you familiar with glyphs will recognise this as a region very close to the centre. This is a pretty nice system on its own, but it is also the gateway to a secret, which we can get to via the anomaly teleporter. Before we start our journey, let's take a look at the system we're in. This system is Urihamat 18, a two-planet yellow star system in Euclid. The system was discovered by travelling bomber 5 years ago, so quite early on, and the planet was discovered by Synoptic 3 years ago. Origins has come along since then, so I only discovered the diplos when preparing for this video. The phantom system I'm going to travel to is in the Hilbert dimension. If you want to travel to phantom systems using this method, you will need access to more than one galaxy, preferably quite a few. To get to this phantom system, I first need to select a location in the Hilbert dimension. I'm going to select a base that I built there a while back. It doesn't matter where the location you select is, as long as it's in the same galaxy as your ultimate destination. This is a base I built in the Hilbert dimension on an extreme planet with extreme sentinels, so I don't want to hang around here too long at the moment. But luckily all I need to do is select back to the anomaly from the quick menu. Now you may have noticed when I arrived back here I was in a brand new location. A new system name came up on the screen. This is because when you use back to the anomaly you always stay in the same galaxy. In this case I hit it while I was in the Hilbert dimension, and it sent me back to my original location, but in the equivalent spot in the Hilbert dimension. Let's fly out of the anomaly and see where we are. As you can see, the address is exactly the same as before, and everything seems normal apart from being in a different location. But if we go to the galaxy map, we'll begin to notice some strange things happening. Firstly, the map looks blank. This is because we're not really on the map at all. If I zoom out, I begin to see the map as normal. But now the map suggests I'm at a totally different system. I'm not in this system. The game just doesn't know how to show where I am. Let's go down to one of the planets. This was the first planet I came to when I first discovered this system. Since Origins, it's become a more dangerous planet. It has aggressive predators, including a very bitey tyrannosaur. He's a pretty big guy, and if I wasn't so well protected, he could probably kill me. But I'm not going to hang around. Let's go back up into space. As you can see, there's nothing unusual about phantom systems. As well as a full complement of planets, you'll find space stations, freighters, and anything else you'll find in a normal system. This is because the game generates systems based on the address. And this system does have an address, it's just not on the map, so you can't travel here normally. Let's fly up to the space station. The reason I brought us here is because I want to discuss the most famous phantom system. You may have seen this system, Likolu, in your teleporter list. It's a notorious system for many reasons, but it is another example of a phantom system. This system is located in the exact centre of the Euclid galaxy, and due to a bug, you could end up here without really meaning to get here. When Origins dropped, if you built a base and then deleted it, and then made the mistake of teleporting back to it, the game didn't know where to send you because you no longer had a base in that location, so it would send you to the centre of Euclid, and you would end up here in Lekolu. This bug has since been fixed, but it has left Lekolu in a lot of people's teleport lists. Players have known about Lekolu for a long while, and for most of that time it was just a cool place where you could place a base and say you'd been somewhere different. Where it becomes a problem is that it's bugged. The main issue being if you take your freighter there or engage in the freighter battle in that system, you can break your freighter. Your freighter can act as if it's brand new, you can lose all of the things you've built inside it, it can even act as if it's not yours. The only way I know to get out of this bug is either to revert back to a previous save or to buy a new freighter. I wouldn't recommend people went to Lekolu, but it is another phantom system. So far I've found no corresponding bugs when finding my own phantom systems, but it is an exploit, so it's worth being careful. If you have the option, then make a full backup, or stick to auto-saves while you're there so you can always go back to a manual save. I am now at a portal in Euclid, and the reason I've come here is to show you exactly what's going on and how you can use portals to find your own phantom systems. So while I put in the address we found earlier, let's analyse how the address system works. A planet's glyphs are broken up into a number of different sections. The first glyph is the planet, and the next 3 glyphs are the system address. Now each region, which can have over 500 systems, is referred to by the remaining glyphs. These take the form of coordinates. Each glyph is actually a hexadecimal digit from 1 to F. Unusually, the numbering system for the coordinates starts in the middle of the galaxy, works its way out to the edge, and then wraps round and comes back again. So the low numbers are all in the middle, as are the high numbers. The middling numbers are out at the edge of the galaxy or at the top and the bottom of the galaxy. So this system address is a central address because we have 2 sunsets, which are 0, 0, and then we have FFC, which is a very high number, and FF9, which is another high number. The planet this will take us to will be the Diplo planet we were on earlier, which, as I mentioned, is at the core of Euclid. Let's pause all of this talk on addresses and go and take a look. When you arrive at this planet, it should be relatively easy to find the Diplos. Large megafauna tend to be visible from a long way away using the scanner, so let's have a look. And there it is. This is the other variety of Diplo that's on this planet. Each Diplo, like many animals, tends to have 2 sexes, and this one looks a little bit like a dragon. It's pretty cool. Now I'm at another base in the Hilbert dimension where I have a portal, and while I enter the address again, let's consider how we might find more phantom systems. So if we look for an address that exists in one galaxy but doesn't exist in another galaxy, we can use the anomaly to travel to that non-existent system, and that will be our phantom system. The way I've managed to do this is by focusing on regions in the centre of galaxies, or in regions at the edge of galaxies. These galaxies don't appear to have a full complement of systems because they run over an edge or they run over the core. So theoretically, we're more likely to find systems that are in one galaxy and not in another. What I do is go to the same region in 2 different galaxies and enter different system addresses. By a process of elimination, we can work out where the address range ends in each region. And if the address range ends in 2 different places in the 2 regions, then those that are not in both regions have a potential to be phantom systems. The more galaxies you have in your list, the more likely you are to find ranges that don't match. If a system doesn't exist, you get this error message. Atlas transport error, location corrupted, approximating destination. If we go through this portal, we will end up in a completely different system. It just gives us another system in the same region. As you can see, this is a different planet, and it has a different address. When you enter an address that doesn't exist in a galaxy, it just seems to give you a very random address. It isn't necessarily close to the number you put in, just another one in the region. It also doesn't have diplos. In fact, I had a look around earlier, and what I found instead were some giant mantis crab things. I guess they're as cool? Maybe? Everywhere I've gone on this journey seems to have megafauna of some kind or other. The only thing that remains to be said is you can place bases in Phantom systems, which makes it much easier to travel backwards and forwards to them. I just have a placeholder base here, but if you do travel to this system, feel free to make your own bases, and let me know if you find any more Phantom systems using my method. I've been Pharaoh. Happy exploring!